go. So my question was, are genetic modifications to human embryos ethical? Just to start out, I want to ask everybody what fruit they think this is.
A banana before they modify.
Thank you! So there are some genetic modifications that are pretty fantastic, such as the fact that this used to be what bananas are, and now we have, our seedless variations. There has been countless, banana plagues that, those little runt bananas. Yeah, that was an actual banana. Well, not like the runt candy, but the flavor was an actual banana, but it got extinct, so we don't have that anymore. So some background on why I chose this. November 2018, there was twin baby girls born in China, and a scientist by the name of Jiankui, he came out and said that he has modified their DNA to have the CCR5 delta 32. What that is a deletion to the CC chromokine 5 receptor. What this does is kind of removes the receptor of where the HIV virus would go into your white blood cells. It's a pretty amazing thing that he did. However, it does go against laws in almost every country. Especially in China, it was this big deal. He hasn't submitted a scientific journal for peer review, so a lot of people have been questioning whether or not this was for good purposes, or if he was doing this as a kind of I'm better than all of you kind of thing, On top of that, there has been speculations by other people. This was from a horror movie from 2009, a little later, but it shows what people think of when they hear, genetic modifications. This baby is Dren from the horror movie Splice. It's R-rated and not for violence. It's horrifying. I hate it. So this baby kind of has wings when it grows up, and it can change into a male at one point in the film. It's a weird thing, and that's what people worry about. They also worry about that scientists are trying to play God. Oh yeah. There's also a worry that is it legal to genetically modify embryos, and at what point has modifications been taken too far? There was a woman in 2016 who herself says that she has been genetically modified. She says that her and her group of scientists have found the secret to anti-aging, and it's all in the telomeres of your chromosomes. It's the little endpoints, and as you grow older, they grow shorter. And so she went through a procedure that has lengthened her telomeres, and she now appears younger. This is her in 2016, and that's her a year later. So there's some modifications that can be for good, like the HIV, and then there's others where it's just for anti-aging, which kind of brings me to ethics. So the definition of ethics can change from people, like person to person, and there are some concepts in ethics where there's no right or wrong answer, such as the trolley problem. So what this is there is the conductor on the trolley, and they have a choice to make between the lesser of two evils. So they have a person or 5 people laid out on the tracks, and they have to decide between killing the 5 or killing the 1. So what makes this problem big is they go through yes, you would probably choose the 1 person. But what if that person was someone you knew? What if that was your family member? Would you choose to do the for strangers, or would you choose to kill your family member to save them? So that kind of brings the ethics, like, it also changes situation to situation. And no two people are going to do the exact same things, such as one scientist wanted to cure HIV, make an immunity, while another one wanted to be anti-age, like do an anti-aging. There we go. So Jiankui wanted to do the immunity to HIV. I didn't go in the background of the CCR5, but there are people who would also decide to change the gender of their baby through this, and is actually something that is happening. You can choose the gender of your child at early stages of pregnancies. So I believe that there should be restrictions to what can be genetically engineered. There is that question of ethics, whether or not it is for the better of humanity or if it's just something that somebody wants to do just for the fun of it, and there's no real grasp for it. I do believe that it shouldn't be completely illegal to genetically modify a human embryo, but there's many good things that can happen, such as the banana. And yeah, here's my works cited, and thanks.